What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so washed up singer, aging thirst trap, an absolute jerk to her fans, Jennifer Lopez, recently appeared on the Howard Stern show, I guess the podcast, whatever you want to call it. I didn't even know the show was still on the air. Remember back when Howard Stern was the shock jock host? Uh, he was the top guy back when Bill Clinton was president. But anyway, she was on there and they were talking about her relationships. Of course, she's been in so many different relationships. She's been married 4 different times. She's had 6 different fiancés. So that means she's literally one ring away from having all of the infinity rings, I should say. That's crazy. But anyway, she's talking about her relationships, and basically, from what I could gather, she was saying that her husbands were able to provide her with material things, but they weren't able to give of themselves. They weren't able to fully give of themselves, and that's why the relationships all failed, because the men weren't able to give all of themselves to her. Oh, my God.
No. And do you think you really have experienced loving someone?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
And when you can't get that love back?
What I learned, it's not that I'm not lovable. It's that they're not capable.
They can't love.
They don't have it in them. They need to appreciate the little person inside of them.
They have little
need to
to
love
give.
them. Yeah.
You've been in a relationship with
And they gave me what they had.
Right, but
they
it's not
gave me
enough.
all of it. Every time.
But it's this much. It's
all the
little bit.
rings, all the things I could ever want.
Right.
They tried to give me the houses, the rings, the marriage, all of it. But
they didn't love you.
They didn't.
And didn't know you.
And I didn't love myself.
Look, ladies, I know I don't have a lot of female subscribers just to the nature of what I talk about, sports, and I'm a little bit uncouth in how I talk. And I get it. I don't have a large female fan base, but I'm not talking about every lady here. But I am not a fan of this modern day feminazi movement. I'm not. I don't like the modern day feminazi movement. It's not any way, shape, or form indicative of how I feel about women in general. The original the original feminist movement of the 70s and 80s, I'm all for that. But this new thing, it's totally anti-family. And to be honest with you, it's anti-women. Because everything that they're pushing is against what's in the nature for women, or at least what's best for women. Okay, it is. Not every woman has to have a career. Not every woman, look, it's nothing wrong with being a mother. There's nothing wrong with a woman putting, at least temporarily, aside her best interest or her personal interest in raising a family. It's funny because we always chastise men who abandon their families, but feminists or modern day feminist movement rewards or praises women for abandoning theirs to quote unquote find themselves, which really means oftentimes I want to be able to do some 304-ish. That's all it really means. But anyway, I just don't get it, man. The lack of accountability that the modern day woman has, man. It's very, very. It's something that our society actually encourages, because we don't hold women accountable. We don't hold them accountable in the criminal justice system. We don't hold them accountable whenever they make mistakes. We say that women should be held equal when it comes to men, but yet when it comes to the repercussions and responsibilities of being an adult, suddenly women want to revert back to the 1940s.
What is it about women and accountability to where the two are just like oil and water? Why is that?
Well, how often do we really hold them accountable?
It's very rare.
Sure.
I guess just the pattern that I've noticed is like it's a constant process of emotional justification for their actions without admitting that it was a mistake.
I think it's not necessarily because in their heart of hearts they believe it.
Yeah.
It's because it works. Like every time the cop lets the woman off the hook for the speeding ticket because she's crying, it just trains that kind of behavior in women.
Okay.
Like, to what extent has acting in that way caused the dad to let up when she was a girl?
There's a quote from Socrates that goes, "Trust not a woman when she weeps, for it is her nature to weep when she wants her will." Thoughts on that?
It's a banger.
Sorry,
What
Madison.
Works.
I agree.
And Jennifer Lopez is a prime example of that. She is. She's a prime example of somebody that's been given. Now, to be fair, if you believe everything that's out there, and I gotta be careful how I say this, she's had no problems using what nature gave her to get to where she is. Because she definitely didn't get to where she is based on her talent. Have you seen her sing? I mean, have you heard her sing? Have you seen her dance? She's not the most talented person ever, but this is a woman willing to do what she had to do. The Harvey Weinstein ski mask way to get to where she is. And for a person that talks about people giving of themselves and talking about people relationships, past lovers or past relationships, these guys not doing everything to be fully committed. Her first husband, right, who I think was a backup dancer or a dancer, she left him for none other than P. Diddy. But when I say she left him, she was still married to him. So she cheated on him to be with somebody that she saw was a come up. So she's never shown in her personal life loyalty. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been about opportunities with her. So I don't take this woman seriously. She is a person who was given opportunities by the Wayans brothers. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, Tommy Davidson was a big friend of her, a great friend of hers. He's talked about how when she got to a point where she started doing movies like, when she got that role for, Selena in that movie from 1995, and then the Anaconda movie with Ice Cube, and then all of a sudden she started doing box office, heavyweight type movies. She ghosted all those guys. She ghosted the Wayans brothers. She ghosted Tommy Davidson. She stopped talking to them. So this is a person that has not shown loyalty at all and only talks to people who she thinks is on her level. Have you guys seen my video? I think it's in my playlist about how she treats her fans. This is a woman who treats regular people like crap. I believe she's instructed her employees not to look at her. This is a woman who had a waitress fired because the waitress dared come up to her and ask her her order and looked at her. And she pissed the bitch about that. How dare this woman looks me in the eye? But, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel sorry for Jennifer Lopez at all. She's a scumbag. She don't deserve love. You got most of everything you want in life anyway. Through illicit ways. You didn't get it the right way. You got it by using your body and sleeping with everybody in Hollywood to get to the top. But, it's never enough with some women, man. Honestly, it's never
Adam
enough.
and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and Adam said one day, "Wow, Eve, here we are at one with nature, at one with God. We'll never age, we'll never die."
and all our dreams come true the instant that we have them. And Eve said, yeah, it's just not enough, is it?